So if that was out of 1 of 10, like what do you think? 7?
At the most. You get a little bit less than 7.
A 5? Like out of 5?
Triple Mary.
Triple
Mary. Triple Mary. Okay. Now you.
The camshaft, it rotates half the speed of the engine. So that has to be in the right place too.
Yeah, what do you do? How do you peel these things?
I just rub it off with a napkin.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that easy?
And why do you want to do this? Are you blending it?
Well, you don't want that skin because it's kind of tough inside your blend.
The price of lumber, you know, it's time to dump. You know, it's time
to get rid of it.
It's time to get rid of it.
Yeah. Good morning.
Oh, hey, good morning.
What's going on?
There. Well, let's see. Quick recap. I made coffee this morning, only drew a little bit of energy, but then you unplug it and throw it in a thermos.
Yes.
So that way you're not just continuing to draw energy. Getting a little quick breakfast ready for the road.
Yeah.
And Jim and Vicky, who are staying next to us, like I said last night, Harvest Host just ends up becoming a little village, which is really kind of fun. They gave us these gluten-free brownies. I've had them before at home, but I've never brought them on the road.
Yeah.
She said that you can make them inside the convection microwave in an Airstream. Thank you, Vicky. Okay, I'm totally doing this.
Yes.
And luckily, I'm not doing anything right now that says I'm not eating sugar because I'm totally having some of these with Caleb. So, we're going to try and make our way upstate New York so that we can drop down tomorrow into Connecticut. Connecticut's the only state in the East where we haven't technically made a video. That's a big jump. With coffee.
We ready to go?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Pretty exciting. Charlie knows it's time to go. It's time to go. Let's go down the road. Let's see if we can find another, cool place to go stay.
Let's.
Upstate New York.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I went to bed at around, Mom and Dad went to bed around 11 o'clock. You were up later. Any baseball players show up?
No.
No?
No.
None?
Okay, you must have heard that.
I have some impromptu comments on Harvest Hosts.
Oh.
Brake check.
Do share.
Brakes work.
Oh, do you need me to make sure that there's no Charlie?
I did that this morning.
Okay.
Okay, the first thing is, this was such an impromptu stay. And these are some of the best Harvest Host experiences for us, when you're just like, hey, let's just kind of like drag in there and we'll see what happens. And then you meet great people, and it's just been a lot of fun.
We don't want to mislead you, though. We did call a little bit in advance to make sure there was room.
Brian speaking.
Oh, hey, Brian, this is Mark. We're Harvest Host members. We were wondering if you had room tonight for us to come in around 5 o'clock. We did, and that's what I wanted. That's one of the things I wanted to say. A couple things. One is, you know, as Harvest Host grows, they're going to become more busier. I mean, this is where they're hosting 5 or 6 people, but I'll bet you there's demand here where you've got to make that reservation early to get in. And that can sometimes disappoint people that like Harvest Hosts are getting busy.
I'm not sure, but you would have to put in a request a couple days before because our lot's so small.
Sure.
We can only fit 2 people.
Gotcha. So I'm
sorry.
No, that's okay. But there was way more hosts coming to the program.
Right.
And it's still a great alternative. So I wouldn't let that. And Boondocker's welcome. So I wouldn't let that deter you. That's just kind of like the really good ones are going to go fast.
This is adorable. I can't wait to get some pictures. Vineyard, little house, Edison light bulbs. Dinner's about to be served.
I hope there's room for us.
I hope there's room for us too.
Okay. And there's still plenty of Harvest Hosts that you can use like we do when you're going from like point A to point B.
Right.
You can just kind of hook up for free or participate in whatever they have to offer. This was based upon donation, which was great. Okay, the thing I wanted to mention is I was talking to Brian. It's really important to read the listing.
Yes.
Hosts will tell you the information they would like you to know before you arrive.
Right.
It's our job, our responsibility to read those things
as
so that
patrons.
you know that it's not that house over there, so that, you know, because I could tell when I was driving by, that neighbor was like this way. So you could tell that the neighbor probably has a lot of people pulling into his place.
Or I think it was in Montana. We went down a driveway, and we literally were down this field, and you had to back up the entire field.
Driveway.
And
hey, when I was driving down this road, I didn't think I was going to back up the whole thing.
Well, actually, I said that exact thing.
What did you say?
Word by word, like
Hey,
4 times.
in my defense, I
said,
pulled
why
up.
don't we walk up here so we can see? You know, I'd hate to have to back up this whole entire road. Nah.
Well, I went on
That's it.
Google Maps.
Nah.
So anyway, just so you know, read those little captions because
And I think
they're
that was
super
in there,
helpful.
wasn't it? That was that host, and I think that was probably in the description. So I'm not giving you this advice because we're like,
Because we hashtag failed.
yes, yeah, that's where this comes from.
Redirections.
That's where
what?
this comes from. And then lastly, if you have not participated in Harvest Hosts, then great way to save 15% of your membership is through our link.
I feel like the Geico listener is going to come up, say 15%.
15% or more on your Harvest Host membership. No, but if you go to keepyourdaydream.com/grapes, that will redirect you to the site where you can get the promo code to save 15%.
Yeah.
And then just one more thing before we get going.
On our drive day. I'm excited about a good drive day.
Give it some time. You know, everything requires multiple experiences before you can draw a conclusion of if you like it or not like it.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know, we've done it countless times.
I want to work. I'm ready to work. This is awesome.
All right, let's talk and get to work.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
Some have been amazing like this, and some have just been okay, and some have just been a place to stay. So if you go to one or two and they're like mediocre, that's not, you just have to keep trying.
Right. And certain regions, I think, are like
Great point.
amazing.
Don't
All right.
Don't knock it until you try multiple times.
Watch that.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right, that was fun, but let's get going.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Ohio 19 South.
Wow, this is the main thoroughfare. This is great.
Yes.
Becky's has these service areas. Right now we're in New York.
Are we
So-
already in? Are we? You sure we're not in
Oh yeah, we
Pennsylvania?
passed the state line.
We did.
Mhm.
I must say, I gotta hand it to the East. They take their service centers and rest stops very seriously.
Yes. Well, Texas does too.
Well, Texas has places you can camp.
Well, that was what happened at the last
That's
one.
true, they
yeah.
had camping.
They had actual hookups.
The West is wide open, and there's a lot of things I like about it, but their rest stops are like not the same.
Nobody beats boondocking on the West, though.
That's right. Well, yeah.
So each side has
That's
their
true.
their
That's
thing.
true.
So anyway, we're starving and we can't make it to the RV place without letting Charlie have a break, walking around. I'm gonna make some quick snacks.
Mm-hmm. Well, tuna sandwiches, right? Oh. Is it cold?
This is a Dometic. We'll tell you more specs later. It only draws 50 watts. This thing is being powered by our batteries. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? It's cold.
Well, you don't even need a big battery
Fresh.
bank. Is
Freezing.
it cold? Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Good boy.
Good boy, Charlie. Good boy. What's he doing?
Branch of Niagara, this is Avery.
Hey, Avery. We were wondering if you had any availability for tonight, for one night.
Yeah, for our RV site.
Yeah.
Okay, were you looking for a 30 amp site or 50?
50 would be preferred, but we can do both.
Okay, let's see.
Over and over, and why would I choose a million?
You're a little wet.
Just a little bit. I went over to go take a picture. It's a little chilly and a little wet. I'm literally dripping.
Man, I should have brought my rain jacket.
You have it in the car.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's really cool. I bet the cave situation would be really cool too. There were just a lot of people, so we thought we'll just go for a little walk, appreciate the falls from here.
From an RVer's perspective, I think that this is a check mark.
Oh yeah, you gotta come see this. Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say is, I remember thinking this last time, the US side is where you get to see it kind of going off, and you get to feel the magnitude of the water, like how much density it is, but the Canadian side is where you get the beauty of it, because you're looking at it.
Yes. I remember the gigantic swirls of water going across on the Canadian side.
Yeah. No, we were on the American side.
We were on the Canadian side, right over there. Very interesting.
Wait, we were in Canada.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't
Yeah, we were totally in Canada.
Oh, we got footage in this
I
debate.
remember feeling that side was that side. And
$5.
great.
Yeah, great.
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 We were here,
Yeah,
but before we were up over here.
that's right.
And you know what it says? Canada.
Oh, it does.
Canada.
Where are we
Now
now?
we're in the American side, American Falls. But anyway, we just crossed the bridge,
Yeah.
and now we're right here. So I think we should walk right here and see the other side of the falls.
Okay. It's hard to believe, but I think I could actually have been wrong. What are you making for dinner? You
First, I'm making a clean area.
I see you busted out. I see you busted out the Nomad.
Oh yeah, I busted it out. I got some charcoal. There's this Mediterranean dish. It's kind of like hummus, but with red peppers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do that, and you make some tomato paste with olive oil. You put a bunch of garlic. It's gonna be great. And then some chicken thighs, and I've got something else. I just really want just a taste of summer.
Yeah. Well, I like your shirt. Show everyone your shirt.
It's cute.
Your smoky shirt.
We got it at some camping store.
That's awesome.
But it's so cute.
I love it. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Don't these look great?
Yeah, what is that?
Roasting corn. I'm testing out a new little spice here.
Really? What do you got?
And then this, I'm roasting these, but you know, the skins have to come off.
Mmm.
So I'm trying to get them roasted enough so I can peel the skins off
Gotcha.
and blend them. I got
Okay.
some garlic with olive oil and spices in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all this has to get roasted before I put on the chicken. I can. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Ooh, it's still red in there too. Yeah. Hey, you know, we didn't cover this in our Q&A, but this tablecloth came from Mexico, season 2.
Dang it. It's big too. I'm going to use it as a tablecloth. Or an outfit, you know, whatever.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right.
So what is this? This is like a pepper hummus.
It's like a romesco, but
And then that's
better.
a corn salad with spinach and cucumber. And then you're testing, and Carson's on the phone, and you're testing a spice.
Want paper or plastic?
Just grilled up a lemon.
Mmm.
I'm going to put this over as the dressing. Put the oil on.
Oh, on the salad?
And now the lemon.
Oh, I lost my focus on that, darn it. Oh my gosh, you're putting it on that?
Mm-hmm.
You're just crazy for citrus.
You know it.
We don't know if this is a toll road or the border.
I think maybe Belleville or Kensington. We're all excited for nothing.
Mark and Tori, tips and tricks, take 3.
Niagara Falls edition. Person just got changed at the store. Look at these. Look at these $5 Canadian.
Can I see it?
That's fancy. And so anyway, they said that they smell like maple syrup. I think they just like watching Americans smell their money in the parking lot. That's what I think.
They do. smell like maple syrup.
First we fell for the 98 cents a gallon, and now we're smelling $5 bills. Oh, that's tight. That right there is how people end up with big damage. Look at these guys. I'm an overlander. No, I'm not. I'm an RVer. Wait, what? Jeep?
This is amazing. That's the kid cottage up there.
That is right there. That's a good situation. Tell you
Wow.
what, this is a really pretty RV park. Trash. You know? Where was
Oh,
it?
you're gonna hit a sign.
Where
There's
was
gotta
it?
be trash right here.
Dag nabbits. I hate forgetting the trash.
Well, I guess I should start looking around.
Well,
Darn
this
it.
is a dump station, so it's got to be right here.
Hey, Caleb.
Yeah.
Would you mind?
No, I wouldn't, Dad.
Thank you.
Oh, is that a can?
That would be great.
I think it's recycling. But I guess we'll just go up and see.
Okay. All right, so here's the plan. We'd like to go just 3 hours up the road to where we've stayed before, Arrowhead RV Park and Marina, but we called this morning and no luck.
Sorry we missed your call. Leave us a message and we'll get back to you.
Ultimately are headed to Mystic, Connecticut, but that's 7 hours away in Google time, pulling an Airstream pretty close to that time, but still a hair longer. And I don't want to drive 8 hours today.
Well, we could pull over at like 2.5 hours, then I could drive the rest of the way.
Clearly Trish does. But then we'd have to call and see if they have availability, and then come in at night, and that's not safe, Trish. I think what we're gonna do is what we always do, just get on the road and figure it out as we go.
What are you looking for?
Oh, just we got a 30-foot Airstream, 3050 amp. I think just one night. Do you have room?
I can do a water electric, back in 30 amp.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work, okay.
And I stray like a hound dog, but I'ma come back when she calls. When she calls, I'll come to her. When she calls, I'll come to her.
Keep left at the fork.
I had a dream last night.
For 1.5 miles.
So we were here last when we were headed up to York, Maine last season, and we are a bit creatures of habit. I mean, if we're in an area and we know an RV park that we've stayed at before and it wasn't bad, we're pretty likely to go back.
Well, there's water.
I do remember this being a nice RV park, but we didn't even look at anything else. In my mind, I know how to pronounce Schenectady, and now.
Schenectady.
And so we're going back. And here we are.
You have arrived.
Well, thank you very much.
Yep, good. What? Is salty?
Salty?
Oh, sorry, Dorothy. Sorry, Dorothy.
I'm just gonna take one.
Good morning on this rainy day. How's it
Hi.
going?
Good. I've got this cleaned off. I got our table down. I don't have the bag. Don't get used to this, me being out here, okay? I prefer doing the inside jobs.
So you're going to do this part too, right?
You're cute.
So I wanted to provide a little tip. We're only going to be here for one night, and I was questioning if I was even going to use the sewer at all. But we ended up doing a lot of dishes, and so the gray tank's 63, and I have 40% fresh, and there's some black, so I'm kind of over the 100%, so I'm going to go ahead and dump. The tip I wanted to provide is, if we're going to go somewhere for a night or two, and I only need to pull the gray once, hopefully you're following me here, I don't set up the black hose when I roll in. I set it up when I roll out, and the reason is I don't have to mess with it once, so I don't have to wash my hands all those times. So like right now, what I'll do is I'll put away the freshwater hose and the electrical, and then I'll just pull out the sewer hose. I'll connect it, pull the black, push it in, pull the gray, flush out the hose, put the hose back in. I've got my gloves on once, I wash my hands once. It's a lot faster than having done that last night just to actually use it in the morning. A little tip that might create some efficiency as you go. And then of course you got the option of saying, geez, I didn't really use that much, and you don't even have to touch it at all. And that happens a lot, especially when we were in the big momentum. Sometimes we wouldn't hook up the sewer hose if we were staying for 3 nights because we had the capacity. Can you, yeah, I'm gonna not forget that. Can you enter in the RV park? Because I don't want to put in Mystic. We're in about 3 hours. We're gonna end up in front of some beautiful clock tower. And it's not gonna be the RV park. And we're gonna be like, oh, we never been in the RV park. So let's just look it up now and get her done.
Seaport.
Seaport?
Seaport.
Seaport.
S-E-A-P-O-R-T. Seaport RV. Stonington, Connecticut. Isn't that the same as Mystic?
Yes.
I don't understand that.
The basketball hall of fame?
Wow.
What was that? All right, now what? Now what? Exit 53? 55. Exit 55 right here.
Right
Boom.
here.
In a quarter mile, take exit 55 for Connecticut 2 East.
I just said that. I just... You there?
Hi, I feel like if you could park right along here,
Yeah.
we could just stay here to get a lobster roll.
Where
You
are we
see
gonna
where
park?
I am? If you could just park like right here, can you see me?
No. So now where do I go?
Well, if you know on your driver's side, if you could park right here, you see me, right?
Yeah.
If you could use this whole space to park, then that would be lovely. And then you could pull all the way forward.
What did you get?
I got 3 lobster rolls. Okay, 1 large because Caleb can't have bread, so I figured he could pick out the.
Oh, that's
It's a big decision. Do you want cold or hot?
Oof.
I say hot.
And
Unless it's going to be with mayo, then you go cold.
Did you do mayo?
But there's no mayo option.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And then I was like, do we do some lobster bisque or are we kind of over the lobster? There's a lot going on, so I ordered a large French fries and called it a day.
How did you navigate that type
No.
of decision making?
It was rough. Here's your wallet back.
How much did this run?
It wasn't cheap.
Oh,
wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, we're in. Come on, guys. Come on.
All right, you hit the air conditioning.
Boom. Boom.
What are we at, 99%?
Yes, sir.
Continue on I-95 north for 1.5
Get out of
miles.
this lane, even though I'm turning right,
Well,
because this is an exit only.
since that's an exit only, so.
Okay.
She will be on the left.
All right. Did you know it wasn't full hookup?
No.
We get 1 pump out, and then we pay for a pump out. I'm so glad we dumped this morning.
Today we're going to head over to the museum. I don't know what it's called specifically. We're about to find out, but there is a wooden boat show. People who have built their own wooden boats. There's a lot of boating history here.
Yeah.
So we're going to go learn something. And
I finally learned that you have to put trash, it's gross, on the passenger side, like right here, so it shows up in my rearview mirror, because I've been putting it on the driver's side and have been completely forgetting it every time. And I can't, well, I guess I could put it on the hood, but I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna give this a shot. All right, flipping a U-turn because putting the trash on the back on the passenger side did not work. I had a big plan, it didn't work.
hi there, Jeff. I just saw you.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
I'm wondering how much you're asking for this.
35.
Okay. Are you doing cash only?
I'd rather have the cash. There's an ATM there.
Okay, cool. 35. Let me see what I've got.
all a little bit older. They're all like what they're calling them classics.
Yeah.
And so that means they're way older. The value's going way down.
Oh, they're dropping. They're falling out of the sky.
They're falling
man.
right out of the sky.
I mean, look,
right for the
essentially,
picking.
these boats are banded, and they just need
Exactly.
somebody with energy and a
just
vision.
Come in and
rescue
sail
them.
And sail them. Rescue them. Yeah, you couldn't have picked a better word. And I'm here.
Well, just you know, share that story with the owner
Just a phone call away.
and just see what happens.
Look, here's the thing. We both know this is depreciating, all right? In this economy where everything is almost triple, you know you want to give it to me for less.
Because that's number one, 18 degrees past top dead center. And the camshaft, it rotates half the speed of the engine. So that has to be in the right place too.
Okay.
So this is a 4-stroke diesel. We give it a little throttle, 2 clicks. The way it starts is it has an air cylinder. This is the air that goes into each cylinder, and it's operated by a set of valves. So now when I turn it over, or it'll allow the air into the cylinders to turn the thing over. And if I've done everything right, I just hit the air, it spins over and goes. We did it.
Really?
That's amazing. Can you imagine what this was like? Totally game changing.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Some very important information is that there is a hurricane coming and it is landing about an hour up the way in under 48 hours.
Yeah.
So luckily we're not parked under any trees, but we are due to go to Newport next, where it's actually supposed to touch down.
Yeah.
Or
He was
hit,
saying that this is
or
actually a
sweep
safe.
through,
This
or
was.
swirl things up.
He was saying that this was a safe haven.
Yes.
The best spot to be for a boat. So
Yes.
he's fielding calls nonstop because people want to move their boats here, but they're already kind of full because they got all these wood boats here.
Right, antique.
Antique boats.
Antique
So
wood
there's
boats.
a fair amount of anxiety happening here.
Yes,
as
there's
we're
a
here.
different level of energy, lots of little talking going on. Category 2.
Yeah.
Henry is coming. Okay, here we go. Can I just
Mom.
leave my shoes with you
Uh-huh.
now?
Dad, don't tell Mom why you left. Don't. Hop on in, Mom.
Careful, Mary.
Wait,
Careful, Mary. Careful, Mary. Okay. Got you.
just grease right in there. Alright, hold on. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Alright. Wait, okay, yeah, there we go. Right there. Wow, just like that. Alright, yeah. Just gonna sit down. Okay. So if that was out of 1 to 10, like what do you think? 7? At the most.
Get a little bit less than 7.
A 5? Like at a 5?